Good morning.
Good morning, Arlene.
How are you?
Tell you, this is a great day. I'm just living in the present. That's all I am.
Exactly. I've been doing a lot of research on prostate cancers and when a patient's diagnosed with prostate cancer, the different treatments that are available. And I truly feel like this is a crime going on. Like, I think that people need to be more educated. Don't you agree?
Yes, so you're talking about the robotic prostatectomy?
Exactly.
Well, of course the radiation too,
Yeah.
both ways. Well, the biggest problem is Arlene, the system is so much bogged down and the patient don't understand it and they think this is what they need. The same thing the doctor, they're also trapped in the system too. But let's study this, what's going on. I know myself, when I was in practice, that is 1980, actually I started in 1970, but 1980. And I used to do prostate surgery. I've done hundreds of prostatectomies and what you call transurethral section of the prostate, where the people had obstruction on the bladder itself, on the prostate itself, they could not urinate. And at that time we used to do what we call orchiectomy for the prostate cancer. But later on, when I stopped all that, because I stopped doing the orchiectomy and stopped doing the what you call transurethral section of the prostate for prostate enlargement, because of the problem which we ran with the community, because I found out that these conditions can be healed naturally because each one of us has a search engine in our body. And that is because of my father. Because my father came in 1974 and my mother, they come from India, New Delhi. And one day, 1977, he got sick. And he had a high blood pressure, which I was treating regularly. Anyhow, that one day, he called me and he said, I can't breathe. I go home and I see him in a congestive heart failure. And I have to give him a IV intravenous diuretics. And about 2 hours he got better, breathing better. So it was about 4 o'clock. And I told Papa, I have to take you to another doctor. So I took him to another doctor in Plant City, Dr. Hakim, very beautiful soul, who was a cardiothoracic surgeon. He examined, he said, you know, your father has a aortic valve closed. I said, okay. So next day we took him to Tampa General Hospital and Dr. Vijay saw him and he says, then we did what we call cardiac catheterization. At that time, we did not have sophisticated machine. When he did a cardiac cath, he see a 90% obstruction in the aortic valve. So he says, look, I think he's going to die on a table. I said, wait a minute, you know, we have to operate, he's going to die anyway. So we operated and he said we have to leave the endotracheal tube for 3 days. And I said, okay. So I slept there. At 4 o'clock my father woke up and he says, I can't breathe. So I have to take this tube out. And he was walking. And when the morning Vijay comes in and he says, what the heck is going on? I said, my father wants to go home. So he said, he cannot go home today. I said, let's make it tomorrow. So I brought him home. Anyhow, he was taking about 17 pills a day. And then I met Dr. Sodi Polaris from Mexico City. And I went and worked with him. And I tell you, in a month, my father was off most of the medication except two, a blood thinner and a digitalis, we call it naloxone, 1/8 of the pill he was taking. And he was walking 1 mile a day, carrying my daughter, the oldest daughter. And then later on I got involved in the prostate. I stopped doing surgery on the prostate. And is amazing that I followed at that time. I took care of 296 patients early. And these 296 patients, out of that, 108 had a prostate cancer because of the alkaline phosphorus was high, and 186 patients had a prostate enlargement. And I prescribed them polarizing program along with abdominal pumping and interlocking. And these people, in 90 days, because they were followed on every weekly basis, prostate cancer, alkaline phosphate became normal, they become sexually active, prostate enlargement, their urinary system, they were urinating regularly, they don't have to get up at night, and urinary stream become like a young person, and they also become sexually active. Now, reference to prostate cancer, what they are doing now, because 1986 PSA got approved, prostate specific antigen, and that's how prostate specific antigen since got approved. And the DAT test is much more specific, of course, but the test become positive means a little higher, so that every patient end up with a what we call prostate biopsy, because the insurance company pays. You know, that's the interesting part. That's how Mitt Romney and Warren Buffett got tracked. Now the question is, do they really need robotic surgery or the radiation? It is all because of the money. But I tell you, when I saw Dr. Patel, and that you're talking 2006, and now he has done about 12,000 robotic prostatectomy. And I know another guy, Dr. Razdan, who has done more than 5,000, who's in Miami. And this is how they're promoting to get the prostatectomy done. But I tell you, it is really, and they prescribe them exercises, which we call a Kegel exercises after the prostatectomy. And I tell you, if they prescribe this exercise before, which I call abdominal pumping and interlocking, and let's become more conscious, these people will not need what we call prostatectomy or radiation. So you say literally they are doing it because of the money, and literally in my deepest of the heart I feel it's a crime. I think Medicare, private insurance, I think people in the Washington DC should look into this, because we are just not only wasting money, but we are hurting these people. It's okay to make money, but let's not hurt these people.
Exactly.
Because somebody's father, somebody's husband, somebody's grandfather, we are injuring them. I think they should all investigate this thing to go further. The industry has become so big, and we're really destroying our own system. We want to keep our system for our grandchildren because we love them. I wish all of you a good day, happy day. God bless. Namaste. Amen.